Hey guys, welcome to Ollie Talks Airsoft. Today I'm doing a quick do's and don'ts video, and to give you something to look at while I do it, I'm just going to clean a couple of guns. Here we go. So let's get started. Let's start with the don'ts. Let's start with the bad stuff. Don't ever take your iPro off on the field. It's a really stupid thing to do. Everyone will shout at you if you do, and it's not because we hate you, it's because we love you. No one wants to lose their eyesight. It's the biggest fear in airsoft, really. So don't be that guy. Don't take your iPro off, whatever happens. Secondly, don't blind fire. So that basically means always be looking down the sights of your weapon like that. Yeah, never don't look down the sights of your weapon, and always make sure that you're even if you turn your head away from the gun, if you turn your head away, you should take your finger off the trigger and stop shooting. Okay, don't ever put used BBs back in your gun. It's not worth it. BBs are so unbelievably cheap. I've seen people drop a load of BBs on the floor and then go to pick them up and put them back in their gun. Just don't do it. Leave them on the floor. They're lost. Yeah, don't do it, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't do that. Don't ever pick up grenades in the same sort of measure. So there's two reasons for this. One is that grenades are really expensive, and someone might think that that you're trying to steal it. And secondly, if it's a paper grenade, it may still be live, so it could be a live explosive. So you don't want to pick that up and damage your fingers or anything like that. So don't ever shoot any wildlife. Airsoft guns are built from the ground up for us to be able to shoot them safely at each other, not to shoot them safely at ducks or anything else or any other wildlife that you happen to see out there when you're playing. Don't do that. You'll get immediately ejected from wherever you're playing and asked never to return. So never, ever, ever shoot the wildlife. Hey, next up, never dry fire in the safe zone. So that's basically don't ever put your finger on the trigger in the safe zone. Don't demo your gun to your mates or anything like that. Just wait till you get out on the field, let them have a go with it then. Or, you know, you can always, if it's like the lunch break, you can always ask the marshals and say, oh, can we just pop out and test our guns? I'm sure they'll say that's fine, but it at least lets them know where you are. Okay. Again, another don't ever bring a live blade onto the field. If something goes wrong with your gun and you think like maybe you need a Leatherman to fix it or something, I use a lot of gas guns, so I get these sort of problems. Go back to the safe zone to fix your stuff. There's never any reason to take a live blade out on the field. If you're found to do it on most sites in the UK, they'll again eject you and ask you to leave. So don't even pack one in your kit. You've got no need to have it. Next up, don't cheat call. That's basically when you're pretty sure that you've hit someone and you shout to them, "Oh, take your hits, something like that. Don't do that. Go and speak to a marshal. The marshal can then basically go and watch that player, see if they actually are cheating, see if they're not taking their hits, and yeah, just don't take these things, don't take these matters into your own hands, guys. Just you've paid the marshals their money, so let them deal with problems like that. Don't cheat call. Next, right, don't be rude and aggressive to other players on the field. It can get emotional at times. You can get everyone can get caught up in what they're doing, and if you think someone's not taking their hits or something, it can get really frustrating and it can get quite heated. Don't get aggressive on the field. Even if you're the one that's been wronged, if you start getting aggressive, you'll probably still be asked to leave. So just remember, guys, we're running around with toy guns here. Put it all in perspective. We all get to go to the pub and, you know, talk about it afterwards. So just, yeah, put it in perspective. Don't be intimidated by the multicam boys. So, especially if it's your first trip to an airsoft game, you're going to see all the guys there in all their multicam and stuff like that. It can be quite intimidating. Don't worry, they're just more into the sport, or the hobby, or whatever you want to call it. They've just spent a lot more money on their kit, and they're more into it. It doesn't mean that that they're going to be elitist. Go and ask them about their kit. You know, go chat to them about it. Say, oh wow, where'd you get that? And you know, maybe have a you might become one of them. You might look at them and be like, cool, how do I do that? Well, go and ask them, you know. They might have spaces open on their team or something like that. Nice, right, next gun. Then, right, okay, the next don't take yourself too seriously. Again, it kind of feeds on from the last one. We're playing with toy guns here, guys. So, yeah, just play nice. Also, don't expect 100 kills in your first game. You've probably seen lots of Umarex videos and stuff like that, and you're thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be wall-to-wall kill fest. Or maybe you're thinking the opposite, and you're thinking, I'm just going to go out there and be cannon fodder. Well, don't worry about that. It's probably not going to happen. Just don't expect 100 kills in your first game, and you'll probably be quite happy. Okay, so that's all the bad stuff out of the way. Let's talk about some of the better things. So some of the things that you should do. So always listen to the marshal. Like, you paid your money at the end of the day, or funny, you paid your money at the start of the day, for them to ensure that you have a good time. So always, you know, if in doubt, ask a marshal, and they should be able to help you. That is literally their job to do that. Do ask if you're unsure. So try and pay attention, you know, when they give a game briefing or something like that. But if you don't understand, if anything's not clear, then, you know, pipe up, say something. You know, it's going to ensure that you know what you're doing, you know what the objective is, and, you know, that's going to mean that you're probably going to have a better day because of it. So it all comes in with being a good communicator as well. So, you know, if you are unsure, if you think, for example, I don't know, if you're pointing out an enemy position, you know, you can try and be clear with that to the rest of your team, but also, you know, you can clearly communicate to other players and to marshals and things like that if you're unsure about anything. So make sure you do that. Do call your hits, and also call when you think you're hit. So some people can be really, really sneaky in this game. So if in doubt, call yourself out. Right, next one. Play the objective. This again, it kind of involves just listen to the marshal, listen to what they say. They'll tell you where the firefights are going to be. They'll know the site, and so they'll have arranged the games so that you get into these kind of conflicts that you're looking to do. So make sure you pay attention. Yeah, make sure you pay attention, and that's going to help you out. So do ask other players about their kits and guns. So this is kind of in reference to the multicam boys. So go and ask them about it. Ask them where they got their stuff. Don't be afraid of it. So yeah, ask other players about their kit. Airsofters love talking about their kit. That's one of the best bits of Airsoft. All the cool stuff that you get to have. Oh, this is dying. There you go. Yeah, all the cool bits that you get to have. So do hydrate throughout the day. It's a pretty tiring sport. You're carrying stuff around, you're holding things in front of you all day. So just make sure that you take on board plenty of water, and you hydrate throughout the day. Do be a team player. Even if you don't know anyone, even if you're going on your own solo somewhere, don't worry about it. You know, there are going to be other people in the same position as you. So be a team player, you'll get to know people. Also, don't be afraid to make some friends out there. We're all probably just as sad as one another. So yeah, be nice. And then probably the last thing I'm going to say is, if you're, especially if you're a bit of an older player getting into the sport, don't be afraid to sit a game out if you've had enough. Like, if you get tired and stuff like that, then yeah, just don't be afraid to sit a game out. Like, you know, try not to turn up to a day and don't actually play, because that's not, you know, if everyone did that, it wouldn't be very fun. But certainly, you know, as you get a bit older, it gets towards the end of the day, you do get a bit tired. So yeah, don't be afraid to sit one game out and then jump back in again with full energy next time. So anyway, that's just been some basic do's and don'ts. Probably the biggest takeaways are, do call your hits, do call when you think you're hit, don't dry fire in the safe zone, do listen to the marshals, and do have fun. Anyway, hopefully you found this useful and you've enjoyed watching me kind of do a bit of cleaning on some of my guns. Anyway, until the next time, take care.